Hey there, 4-Hers and friends, it's Rachel here, and welcome back to College and Career Readiness Week. So today we're going to be taking a look at cover letters. Everyone's favorite thing to do when applying. I will say cover letters can be a little bit taxing, they can be time consuming, but a lot of places, especially once you graduate or get out into the real world, will be looking for a cover letter. So a little bit about cover letters. Cover letters are really just supposed to be an extension of your resume. It is really there to say, hey, look at my resume, I'm awesome, and it's really supposed to make you look more relatable. So we're going to start off with a couple tips for cover letters. One, you want to do a new cover letter for every application that you're sending in if it asks for it. You don't want to be sending the same cover letter that you would send to, say, a bakery to a mechanic shop. It doesn't fit. Some of the skills or personality traits that you would need working in a bakery are not going to be the same as working in a mechanic shop. So just keep that in mind. Two, you want to try and look up as much as you can about the job that you're applying for. And we'll talk about that a little bit later, but you also want to look up the company. So let's get started. I have my cover letter outline. So you're going to want to start with your name, of course. And this isn't like your resume. You just want everything to be standard 12-point font, Times New Roman is always great, 1-inch margins. And a cover letter is supposed to be short, sweet, one-pager. You don't want to go over that, all right? So you're going to start with your name, your address, your phone number, preferably a cell phone number or wherever you need to be reached, in an email, all right? So then you're going to want to start with the date that you are applying. After that, you're going to give it one space. Everything is going to be single-spaced. It looks weird if you're doing double-spaced, 1.5 space. Make sure that you're using single-space. So then you're going to want to put the business or organization's name. So if I were applying to Joe Schmo Mechanic Shop, I would put here, Joe Schmo Mechanic Shop. And then you're going to give it a space, and you're going to do a greeting or salutation. So your greeting or salutation, it's best if you can figure out who you're going to send it to. That's another tip that I want to give you. Instead of just saying to whom it may concern, try and figure out if there is a specific person that this is going to. Sometimes it will tell you in the job posting that these will be going straight to a certain person. So say these were going straight to Joe Schmo. You would want to say, Dear Joe Schmo, or Hello Joe Schmo, or To Joe Schmo with a colon, all right? Then you're going to do another space. Then we're getting on to our paragraph. So paragraph 1 is where you're going to put your personal characteristics of yourself that make you unique and a good fit for that position. So I always like to start out with 3 or 4 good characteristics like adaptive, empathetic, passionate, stuff like that, that really gets people kind of pulled in and wanting to read more. Then you're going to do another space. You're going to head on to paragraph 2. So this is where you're going to want to put your past work experiences or education that show you're a good fit. So if I've done a 4-H project on, say, small motors, I would want to put in there, if I'm trying to go for Joe Schmo's mechanic shop, I would want to put in there that my past experiences working on these small motors have really helped me become more passionate about becoming a mechanic. And my past experiences have led me to building a car with my dad, or working in your uncle's shop, or taking classes that align with being a mechanic, all right? And you're also going to want to use the same language as the job posting. So if the job posting says that they need someone that is good with their hands, likes tinkering around, you're going to want to add that in there, saying that your past experiences have helped you really learn how to be good with your hands and have really improved your want to learn by tinkering. You see how learning more about that job and looking through the job posting can give you good keywords to pull out that really align with that job posting. Then you're going to do another space. We're going to go to paragraph 3. This is where you're going to relate yourself to the job and add in what you like to do for your free time. So adding in pieces of this Like saying I like to go on car rides, or I like to work on my car when I have free time. That could really show that you are relatable and that you relate to this position well. You're going to give it another space, and then you're going to go to your closing. So this can be just it'll look like a short paragraph. It's about 1 or 2 lines. So this is where you're going to have a call to action. Something along the lines of, I appreciate your time and consideration in allowing me to apply for this position. I will reach out at a later date to talk more with you about my resume. So really calling to action that you want this job and that you want to discuss with them about further employment. Then you're going to do another space, and then you're going to do your conclusion. So this will include like a best regards or a sincerely. You're going to give it 4 spaces, and then you're going to type out your name. So really how this is going to look is you'll have 4 spaces there so you can print it out and sign it, and then you have a space in between there for your typed name. So that gives you enough room to really make it look professional. If you guys have any questions on cover letters, put them in the comments below and let me know how it goes. Thanks. Bye.